Last time I was on live, I reported and talked about Shedeur Sanders bridging the gap. Now, supposedly the Cleveland Browns are fielding calls of the availability of Shedeur Sanders. For news like this to start circulating out of nowhere isn't a good sign for Shedeur Sanders.
Are talks, ongoing calls about the availability of Shedeur Sanders. The Browns, for whatever reason, don't think he's the guy. That's my opinion. And I'm sure they'll say, what are you talking about? He's in a quarterback battle. Okay. But
they just had minicamp. It sounds like he was their guy. It seems like he was starting to gain favor on the coaching staff. But a couple of weeks later, this is what's going on. Let's continue.
I'm going to say right now, for the record, I don't think the 4 quarterbacks are going to camp on July 28th. I don't. Nothing is imminent, but the calls are being made. And I think it's probably in the best interest of both parties here.
Let me tell you something, man. One thing you have to understand in NFL, and especially when a new coach comes in town, anytime a new coach drafts a quarterback, it doesn't matter which round or pick that quarterback is selected. He becomes priority to the new coach over any other quarterback that didn't get drafted by that new head coach. Or the team doesn't have obligations to pay guaranteed money left on the deal to any other quarterback. Those new quarterbacks that are drafted are priority because they saw something in those players, and that's why they decided to draft them. And we haven't been hearing much about Taylor Green, but I've seen a few articles circulating that tell me Todd Monken really likes what he sees in Taylor Green. So don't be surprised if we start hearing more about Taylor Green. Shedeur isn't just in the battle with Deshaun Watson. He has to beat out Taylor Green as well. Tylen Green has tons of potential. He is 6'5", ideal height for quarterbacks in the NFL, and he runs a 4.3 40. If Todd Monken sees any signs of any of his quarterbacks with a little bit of Lamar Jackson in them, eventually he will make them the starter. And Taylor Green sounds like, hey man, he fits. He checks off the boxes, right? But he's a rookie, and he has a lot to learn, right? And he's just a potential guy at this point. So he hasn't proven himself at all in the NFL or what he can do at this level. But watch out for Taylor Green, because if Todd Monken sees what he's used to seeing from his days in Baltimore, man, he's going to have the edge. That's just the way it is. He is a bigger, faster Lamar Jackson type of player. And that would be ideal for Todd Monken. If Todd Monken can get anything close to Lamar Jackson, that's who he will go with. That's like an automatic reflex for him. Now, trading Shedeur does not benefit the Browns at all, nor does it benefit Shedeur. Shedeur was drafted in the 5th round. No other team will be willing to give up a draft pick better than the 5th or 6th round for Shedeur Sanders. Either, once again, somebody is using Shedeur's name to get clicks, to get views, hating on Shedeur with all this bad press about the possibility of being traded. Or somebody is once again hating on Shedeur, Oh, no, they're hating on Shedeur. or Todd Monken doesn't think Shedeur has what it takes to lead the team. It's either or. And I 100% believe Shedeur Sanders has what it takes. And I think he's showing and proving to people that he can do it. He's been doing it all along. No one was able to play to their full potential under Kevin Stefanski. This type of news typically doesn't come out of nowhere. That's why we're talking about it. Somebody from the Browns staff decided to put the word out. Calls are coming in about the availability of Shedeur. All of a sudden, Shedeur went from looking good in minicamp and bridging the gap against Deshaun Watson to now he may possibly be traded. What happened in such a short amount of time? What happened? And no, I don't think Todd Monken plans on keeping 4 quarterbacks or even 3 on the roster. He may have 2 on the roster and 1 on practice squad. So it's going to be a battle. But if these rumors are true and Cleveland somehow can get a 4th round pick or better to trade Shedeur Sanders, that will be a win for Shedeur and the Browns. That will up Shedeur's value as a player in the NFL. You know, being that he was a 5th round pick and some team decided to trade for Shedeur with a higher draft pick than he was drafted, that will definitely up his stock. Some people see trading Shedeur as a good thing. That's not necessarily the case, people. We want Shedeur to make the coach, Todd Monken, believe in him. And the possibility of trading him just sounds like complete nonsense. That's what we want. Because the grass isn't always green on the other side. We may have ideas and teams that we think he can succeed at, but there are so many obstacles you got to maneuver through to make it to where you're going to as, you know, not just the black quarterback, as a 5th rounder. No one is willing just to go out there and put their job on the line, and because they believe in you. They still have to play the politic game. Understand? But what's really hurting Shedeur the most, he isn't protected from being a 1st round pick like most of these other 1st round busts out there. If that was the case for Shedeur, he would be the starter until he messed up his opportunity. The NFL draft really screwed Shedeur, man. But understand, the cream of the crop always rise to the top. And when you got it in you, you got it in you. It's just if you are given that opportunity, a fair chance to rise to the top, to be the cream of the crop, to rise to the top. Because if they give someone who isn't better than you, someone who shouldn't be rising to the top, and that person does just enough to satisfy everyone around, then you have to sit back and wait for your opportunity and hope that opportunity comes. Just like Shedeur did last season. Got his opportunity, and I wouldn't say he made the best of it, but he did good given the circumstances that he was dealing with. So salute to Shedeur, man. Salute to Deshaun Watson. Salute to Taylor Green, man. Salute to all them boys. Everybody loves to see a great competition and hear all the stories coming out of that competition. But let's see, man. Let's see if Todd Monken is going to be leaning towards a guy that gives him more of a Lamar Jackson type of feel that he's used to. So we'll wait and see, man. If Taylor Green ends up being a starter within 1 or 2 seasons, hey, we know what this is all about, man. You got to be able to run and escape out here in the NFL these days. Ain't nobody just drafting no offensive linemen to protect you anymore. You got to be able to avoid sacks out here.